أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
In the realm of Surah Al-Baqarah, verses 209 to 210.
فإن زللتم من بعد ما جاءتكم البينات فاعلموا أن الله عزيز حكيم.
Verse 209. But if you slip, i.e. deviate, after clear proofs have come to you, then know that Allah is exalted in might and wise. In this verse, Allah Almighty warns His believing servants of the consequence of slipping after clear proofs have been provided. If you follow the steps of Satan and slip, or if you slip and follow the steps of Satan, the slip refers to disobeying the prohibition. That is, if you stray from the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which is the straight path, to the steps of Satan, which are the paths of division, disagreement, falsehood and evil, after Allah has made it clear that His way is the one true way, the straight path, and that Satan is a clear enemy to you, and he has commanded you to take him as an enemy and avoid his ways and steps, and he has emphasized the prohibition of those paths, particularly the paths of division and disagreement, then know that something great lies ahead of you and a severe punishment awaits. This is because Allah, due to His might, does not forget those who neglect His laws and slip from His Sharia. Rather, He takes them with the strength of the Almighty. In the verses of the wise Quran, the command of something is often coupled with the prohibition of its opposite, and both are sometimes associated with encouragement towards Allah's bliss and sometimes with warnings of Allah's wrath. The Almighty, the Wise. In this verse, the prohibition is associated with a warning about disobedience because the prohibition was directed at following the steps of Satan and submitting to his temptation, which comes to the soul through its desires and what it is accustomed to. Therefore, the warning of punishment is appropriate so that those who indulge in pleasures understand that behind them is accountability by the mighty and powerful one who is not unaware of anything. It has been clarified that Satan is an enemy to humankind, and whoever allies with him opposes himself and his Lord, and punishment is due upon him. Before the punishment occurs, the threat of it is given so that the person is aware of what awaits him, and so he does not neglect the consequences of following Satan's steps. The reminder that Allah is Al-Aziz, the Almighty or the Invincible, signifies power, might and supremacy, indicating that those who oppose His guidance expose themselves to Allah's power. The reminder that He is Al-Hakim, the All-Wise, suggests that what He has chosen for them is good and what He has forbidden is evil, and that they expose themselves to loss when they fail to follow His command or refrain from what He has prohibited. The conclusion with these two attributes conveys a strong sense of threat and warning in this context.
هل ينظرون إلا أن يأتيهم الله في ظلل من الغمام والملائكة وقضي الأمر وإلى الله ترجع الأمور.
Verse 210. Do they await but that Allah should come to them in covers of clouds, and the angels as well, and the matter is then decided, and to Allah all matters are returned. In the previous verses, Allah called on the believers to enter Islam with all its laws and commands, to enter into the general peace, just as He establishes peace and security among them. He warned them about Satan and his deceit. He warned them not to slip and lose Allah's support, which would lead to His punishment. Then he pointed out the misguided people, how they had become accustomed to misguidance and closed their hearts to the path of guidance. Allah provided proof after proof and argument after argument, and He condemned their state, warning them in this verse when He says, "Do they not wait except that Allah should come to them in the shadows of the clouds with the angels?" When Allah says, "Do they not wait," means they are waiting. It is a rhetorical question directed at those who hesitate and procrastinate, those who do not fully enter into peace, seeking to clarify why they are hesitating. What is preventing them from responding? What are they waiting for? What do they expect? Will they remain hesitant until Allah comes to them in the shadows of the clouds and the angels come to them? In other words, are they waiting until the promised day comes, the day Allah has mentioned, when He will come to them in the shadows of the clouds and the angels will come in rows, speaking only what Allah has permitted them to say? Suddenly, while we are facing this rhetorical question that carries a tone of grand threat, we find that the day has arrived, that everything is over, that they stand face to face with Allah, to whom all matters return, and the matter is decreed. Time has passed, the opportunity is gone, salvation is now rare, and they stand before Allah, to whom all matters return. This is the amazing style of the Quran, which sets it apart from all other speeches. It is the method that brings the scene to life, making the reader or listener feel as if they are witnessing, hearing and experiencing it in the moment. How long will those who delay entering peace hold back while they await this greatest terror? Indeed, this greatest terror will overwhelm them. On that day they will see the truth they denied, but they will have no way to fix what they corrupted, for the event has occurred and the matter is decreed, and to Allah do all matters return, and Allah knows best. Walhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen.
وَلَقَدْ يَسَّرْنَا الْقُرْآنَ لِلذِّكْرِ فَهَلْ مِن مُّدَّكِرٍ